In an unexpected move, Japan, a country with a reputation for historical restraint in military matters, has made a significant leap forward in its defense capabilities. The country has expanded its alliances beyond its long-standing partnership with the United States to achieve its goals for the Air Force. By collaborating with other nations, it has developed a powerful sixth-generation stealth fighter called the Godzilla FX. How will this advanced aircraft redefine global warfare? And why did Japan make this bold move? Join us as we reveal how Japan's Godzilla FX stealth fighter jet just shocked the world. Why Japan upgraded its military presence. Since the end of World War II, Japan has been cautious about building up its military, particularly its air force. The trauma and destruction of the war, including the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, left a lasting impact on Japan and its people, fostering a deep aversion to militarism. Their post-war constitution, largely influenced by the United States, included Article 9, which renounced Japan's right to wage war and maintain military forces for offensive purposes. This commitment to pacifism limited Japan's military capabilities strictly to self-defense. To ensure its security, Japan entered into a defense alliance with the United States, which stationed American military forces, including air units, on Japanese soil. This arrangement provided Japan with a security shield, allowing the country to focus on economic recovery and infrastructure development instead of military expansion. This was an advantageous deal for Japan in the immediate post-war period, given the significant investments needed for rebuilding. However, Japan's relationship with its neighboring countries, especially China and South Korea, has often been fraught with tension. Their cautious approach to military buildup stemmed from a desire to avoid appearing aggressive in a region marked by complex historical and political issues. But this strategy may no longer suffice as China's rapid economic and military rise has become more confrontational towards Japan. China has exerted pressure on Japan through trade restrictions and boycotts due to Japan's support for Taiwan and defense cooperation with the U.S. Additionally, China has taken a more covert approach, targeting Japan with cyber attacks and espionage to steal defense and technology secrets. On the military front, China has increased naval and air activities near Japanese territory, including live-fire drills and the launch of ballistic missiles near Taiwan. As a matter of fact, on June 15, 2022, a Chinese naval group navigated around Japan, starting from the western side. This Chinese force crossed the Strait of Tsugaru between Honshu and Hokkaido on June 16th, before heading south to complete its circumnavigation. The Chinese task force comprised a single Type 055 superdestroyer named Lhasa, a Type 052 D-destroyer called Chengdu, a Type 903, a replenishment supply ship named Dongpinghu, and a Type 815 intelligence-gathering ship. At the same time, a significant Russian naval task force was spotted around 280 kilometers southeast of Hokkaido. This task force circled the home islands, and it was made up of 5 major vessels: the Udaloy-class anti-submarine destroyer Admiral Panteleev, 3 guided missile corvettes named Sovershenyi Gromky and Aldartsy Denjapov, and the missile range-finding ship Marshal Krylov. The Russian force continued its journey around Japan, approaching the eastern side and passing through the Strait of Tsushima on June 21st, on its way back to Vladivostok. Although the Russian and Chinese task forces conducted their operations independently, their coordinated timing suggests the 2 Eurasian powers may have planned these deployments together. This recent pattern of Sino-Russian patrols around Japan is not new. It follows a series of similar activities over the past 5 years. For instance, in October 2022, China and Russia conducted a joint naval exercise in the Sea of Japan. The exercise included more than 20 joint missions, ranging from mine defense and live artillery shooting to air defense, maneuvering, communications, and anti-submarine missions. This ongoing cooperation between China and Russia in military exercises and naval patrols around Japan signals a deepening alliance that could have significant implications for regional security. The development of the X-2 prototype. Given these provocations and the changing regional dynamics, Japan has realized the need to modernize its aircraft and not solely rely on foreign allies for defense. The country initially considered purchasing Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptors, which could match Russian and Chinese fighter planes. However, the U.S. banned the export of these fighters to protect its technology, leaving Japan to pursue other options. In response, Japan embarked on an ambitious journey to develop its own sixth-generation fighter jet. This move is significant for Japan's self-defense capabilities and could also position the country as a key player in the global arms industry. In 2007, the Ministry of Defense launched a research program for a new fighter, which was designated as ATDX, or Advanced Technology Demonstrator X-2. The goal was to create a cutting-edge aircraft that would showcase the country's capabilities in aerospace technology. The Technical Research and Development Institute, TRDI, played a key role in the process, creating large-scale models to determine the most efficient layout for the aircraft. Between 2009 and 2010, the Japanese Ministry of Defense continued to conduct a comprehensive study on combat aircraft technology, leading to the development of the I-3 fighter concept, which stands for Informed, Intelligent, Instantaneous. The I-3 fighter features advanced radar systems, fly-by optics technology for data processing, stealth capabilities, gallium nitride semiconductors for improved radar performance, and a more powerful engine. To test and refine these technologies, the Ministry of Defense created the Mitsubishi X-2 Shinshin demonstrator, an experimental prototype that enables engineers to experiment with different tech requirements for the future sixth-generation fighter. Through these efforts, Japan is not only working to bolster its defense capabilities, but also establishing itself as a leader in cutting-edge military technology. Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, known for its experience in aircraft manufacturing, took the lead in the project. They had previously worked on various aerospace projects, including the MRJ airliner, which demonstrated their expertise in the field. The Mitsubishi X-2, known as the Shinshin, shares many design elements with modern fifth-generation fighters like the Lockheed F-22 Raptor. Its size is similar to the Swedish Saab JS-39 Gripen, measuring around 14 meters long and featuring a wingspan of approximately 9 meters. Weighing in at nearly 13 tons, it is powered by powerful turbojet engines with three-dimensional thrust vectoring systems that give it excellent maneuverability and supersonic cruising capabilities. One of the most intriguing features of the X-2 is its experimental object remote control system, fly-by optics. Instead of relying on traditional cables, this system uses optical fiber, which improves data transmission capacity and resistance to electromagnetic interference. The aircraft is embedded with micro-antennas that analyze radar signals, allowing it to counteract and suppress radar detection effectively. The X-2 prototype took its first flight on April 22, 2016, at Nagoya Airfield. This marked a significant step forward in Japan's efforts to develop advanced fighter aircraft technology. By 2018, the X-2 program aimed to finalize and perfect the necessary technologies and solutions. The culmination of these advancements was set to pave the way for the development of the F-3 fighter jet. The F-3 is projected to be a highly advanced aircraft, incorporating elements from both fifth and sixth-generation fighters. The F-3's development would begin based on the technological groundwork laid by the X-2, and the new fighter is expected to enter service in the late 2020s. This new jet will combine cutting-edge stealth capabilities, advanced avionics, and next-generation features that will make it a formidable asset for Japan's self-defense forces. The success of the X-2 prototype has laid the groundwork for the future of Japan's fighter jet development. How the X-2 helped with the creation of Godzilla FX. The X-2 has dimensions similar to the Swedish Saab JAS-39 Gripen fighter. The X-2 is about 14 meters long with a 9-meter wingspan and a weight of around 13 metric tons. Its sleek design features twin engines, a fixed-wing structure, and a height of about 4.5 meters. It includes cropped delta wings and advanced root extensions that enable safe maintenance of a high angle of attack. The aircraft is powered by turbojet engines equipped with 3D thrust vectoring systems. These engines, known as IHI-XFV, generate a total thrust of up to 49 kilonewtons, making them among the most powerful power plants for an aircraft of this size. One of the key features of the X-2 is its advanced thrust vector control system. This system uses blades attached to the engine nozzles to steer the jet stream, similar to the Rockwell Messerschmitt X-31 demonstration system. This technology allows the X-2 to achieve supersonic cruise speeds, which is a significant advantage in modern aerial combat. Another standout aspect of the X-2 is its innovative flight control system, known as fly-by-optics. In this system, traditional cables are replaced with optical fibers, allowing for greater data transmission and resistance to electromagnetic interference. This system enhances the aircraft's overall performance and responsiveness. The twin vertical stabilizers on the trailing edges enhance aerodynamics and stealth capabilities. Additionally, its retractable tricycle landing gear, aerodynamic control surfaces, and rectangular intakes flanking the cockpit contribute to its overall performance. The X-2 also incorporates both passive and active stealth technology. Mitsubishi has developed a multifunction RF sensor, which involves covering the entire airframe with microantennas that can analyze locator signals and create counteracting or suppressing signals. This technology makes the aircraft harder to detect across a wider electromagnetic spectrum compared to modern fifth-generation fighters. An additional cutting-edge feature of the X-2 is its self-repairing flight control capability. The aircraft is filled with numerous sensors and analyzers that constantly monitor the status of its systems. If any system experiences failure or damage, the onboard computer can redistribute functions to maintain optimal operation. This capability is expected to increase the survivability of future fighters significantly. While the X-2 represents a major leap forward in aviation technology for Japan, it does not, unfortunately, transform into a giant robot. Nonetheless, its advanced features position it as a key player in the evolution of next-generation fighters and as an important component of Japan's defense strategy. The knowledge gained from the Shinshin X-2 has informed the development of Japan's next-generation fighter jet, the Mitsubishi FX, initiated by the Ministry of Defense in 2020. The FX, known as Godzilla, is designed for air superiority and is set to be larger than the F-22, providing it with exceptional range and substantial ordnance capacity. This larger size allows for greater network capabilities and an ability to carry more missiles than the F-35. The design and capabilities of the FX. Various exterior designs for the FX have been proposed and tested using advanced virtual simulation software. Design priorities include speed, agility, and stealth, aimed at improving flexibility while reducing weight. The FX replaces conventional hydraulic systems with electric actuators and employs advanced adhesive molding instead of traditional fasteners to achieve these goals. 2 XF9 engines, offering over 20 tons of thrust, power the FX. These engines incorporate 3-dimensional thrust vector nozzles for enhanced maneuverability and improved stealth. The fighter will carry an array of sensors, such as an active electronically scanned array radar, a passive radio frequency sensor, and an infrared camera. These sensors use gallium nitride technology for better performance against low radar cross-section targets. The FX will also have an RF self-defense system capable of disrupting radio waves globally to thwart incoming projectiles. Its helmet-mounted display will offer a wide field of vision, binocular capabilities, multicolor displays, voice recognition, and 3D sound. For stealth, the FX features serpentine air ducts, an internal weapons bay, electromagnetic wave absorbers, and metamaterials, all of which reduce its radar cross-section. Moreover, a plasma stealth antenna system can deflect radio waves by creating temporary plasma bursts to counteract incoming radio waves. The FX will be equipped with a microwave cannon that disrupts incoming missiles and can deploy combat support unmanned aircraft drones, known as loyal wingmen. These drones assist with target identification, munition deployment, and incoming missile defense. The aircraft will also be outfitted with an array of advanced sensors designed to detect and engage enemy stealth planes. These include an active electronically scanned array radar, a passive radio frequency sensor, and an infrared camera. By using gallium nitride, these sensors can perform better against low radar cross-section targets. For self-defense, the FX will feature a radio frequency system that can quickly disrupt radio waves, helping the plane evade incoming projectiles. Pilots will benefit from a helmet-mounted display offering a wide field of vision, multicolor display, voice recognition, and 3D sound capabilities. The FX's stealth capabilities come from several advanced features, such as serpentine air ducts, an internal weapons bay, and the use of metamaterials and electromagnetic wave absorbers. A plasma stealth antenna system can deflect radio waves and create temporary plasma bursts to thwart incoming signals. In terms of armament, the FX will not only carry conventional weapons, but also deploy a microwave cannon to disrupt incoming missiles. Additionally, it will be capable of using combat support unmanned aircraft drones as loyal wingmen. These drones can help identify targets, fire weapons, and redirect incoming missiles. The potential of the FX Godzilla is immense. If it meets expectations, it could become a formidable force in the skies and set a new standard for military aviation. Moreover, its development will help position Japan as a key player in the global weapons industry, solidifying its reputation as a military manufacturing superpower. Japan's fighter jets before Godzilla FX. The FX Godzilla will replace Japan's existing F-2 jets, a key asset of the Japan Air Self-Defense Force, JASDF. The development of the F-2 has an interesting history and even triggered some international disputes. At first glance, it might look like a modified version of the F-16, but it has distinct features that make it a unique fighter. The JSDF has been the only user of the F-2, which they consider a 4th generation fighter. The support fighter role includes tasks such as anti-ship attacks, ground assaults, close air support, and air defense. While the primary focus is not air-to-air combat, the aircraft still needs to handle various missions effectively. Initially, the JASDF used F-86Fs for these duties, later transitioning to Mitsubishi F-1s. But the F-1's short lifespan, about 3,500 hours, led to plans for its successor. In 1982, Japan greenlit the development of a new support fighter. The new aircraft needed a fly-by-wire flight control system, all-weather capability, advanced electronic warfare capabilities, and better air-to-air combat capability. Japan wanted the new aircraft to carry 4 anti-ship and air-to-air missiles and have a combat radius exceeding 830 kilometers. By 1985, it seemed possible for Japan to domestically develop the aircraft, except for the engine. Mitsubishi and Kawasaki embarked on their indigenous programs, with Mitsubishi using its experience with the T-2 CCV research aircraft and possessing a domestic fly-by-wire flight control system. Meanwhile, Kawasaki's design bore similarities to the FA-18 Hornet, but uncertainty around its air-to-air combat capabilities led to changing specifications and design adjustments. This added confusion and increased costs during the design process. Realizing the high research and development costs of a domestic support fighter and facing limited options from abroad that met their requirements, Japan decided on a joint development program for economic viability. In 1986, U.S. companies General Dynamics and McDonnell Douglas offered collaborations based on the F-16 and FA-18, respectively. European proposals focused on the Tornado, but Japan found their technology transfer and industrial cooperation offers insufficient. By 1987, the Tornado was out of the running. Ultimately, Japan selected an enhanced F-16 variant as its base aircraft, after evaluating General Dynamics' work on it as a low-cost alternative for the Advanced Tactical Fighter program. Challenges continued into the early 1980s. The Reagan administration sought to strengthen the Western Bloc's military capabilities, so the U.S. Department of Defense supported Japan's new combat aircraft program, promoting cooperation and technology transfer. However, the U.S. Department of Commerce was wary due to past trade imbalances with Japan and the risk of technology transfers enabling Japanese companies to compete with U.S. firms. Concerns also existed about Japan's history of leaking industrial secrets to the Soviet Union. This complicated the joint development program, but eventually led to the creation of the F-2, which has served the JASDF well. Now, the development of the FX Godzilla marks a new chapter in Japan's military aviation capabilities and its place in the global defense industry. The development of the FX predecessor, F-2 fighter. In 1988, the United States and Japan reached an agreement to work together on a joint development program for a new aircraft. Detailed discussions about the program continued for another year. By 1989, the U.S. Congress approved the deal with a few stipulations, such as limiting the sharing of F-16 source code, ensuring significant work for U.S. companies during production, and requiring Japan to share crucial technology with the U.S. The F-2 fighter jet was the result of this collaboration, with Japan taking on 60% of the production and the U.S. handling 40%. Mitsubishi led the project in Japan, with companies like Kawasaki and Fuji acting as subcontractors. The engine was produced under license by IHI, while General Dynamics led the program in the U.S., though Lockheed Martin later took over aircraft production facilities in Fort Worth in 1993. The F-2's maiden flight took place on October 7, 1995, though there were some setbacks due to minor issues like microscopic cracks in the main wing structure. These issues were eventually resolved, and the F-2 officially entered service with the Japan Air Self-Defense Force in 2000. Initially, Japan planned to acquire 141 F-2 jets, but due to high costs, they adjusted their order down to 94. Mitsubishi developed a domestic digital fly-by-wire flight control system as early as 1983, testing it on a modified T-2 aircraft. However, the F-2 uses a different system jointly developed by Japan Aviation Electric and Honeywell. The aircraft also includes a single analog backup flight control system for yaw and roll controls. The F-2B variant serves as a conversion and advanced combat training aircraft. It shares many features with the A model, but its onboard electronic equipment and fuel capacity are reduced to accommodate the rear seat for training purposes. In 2004, Lockheed Martin introduced the F-2 Superkai variant, boasting several upgrades such as conformal fuel tanks, Link 16 capabilities, and helmet-mounted displays. However, the JASDF did not express interest in this model, opting to stick with their existing fleet. The F-2A measures about 15.5 meters long, with a wingspan of 11.1 meters and a height of 5 meters. Its wing area spans 34.84 square meters. Weighing in at 9,830 kilograms empty, it can take off with a maximum weight of 22,100 kilograms. Powered by one General Electric F110i 129 afterburning turbofan engine generating 131 kilonewtons of thrust, the F-2A can reach a top speed of Mach 1.73. It can also climb to altitudes close to 18,000 meters, about 59,000 feet, and has an impressive range of up to 4,000 kilometers. In combat situations, the F-2A can travel over 830 kilometers while carrying 4 anti-ship missiles and 2 air-to-air missiles. Its armament includes a 20mm 6-barrel JM-61A1 gun and 13 hardpoints, capable of carrying up to 8 tons of ordnance. The F-2A can be armed with various air-to-air missiles such as AAM-3, AAM-4, AAM-5, AIM-9 Sidewinder, and AIM-7 Sparrow, as well as ASM-1 and ASM-2 anti-ship missiles. Different bombs and rocket pods are also compatible. The 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami caused significant damage to 18 F-2Bs stationed in the region. Fortunately, 13 were repaired and returned to service, while the rest were beyond saving. Despite its main anti-ship attack role, the F-2A has made headlines for its interception scrambles. For instance, on February 7, 2013, 4 F-2As were scrambled to intercept 2 Russian Su-27s near the disputed Kuril Islands. Later that year, the aircraft intercepted 2 Tu-142s over the major southern island of Kyushu. Similarly, on July 23, 2019, F-2As and F-15Js intercepted a joint flight of 2 Russian Tu-95MS and 2 Chinese H-6Ks over the Japan Sea. The F-2 is considered a 4-point fifth-generation fighter, offering superior capabilities compared to earlier generations. However, it lacks some features found in its European counterparts, such as supercruise capability, reconnaissance pods, and network-centric warfare capabilities. For example, it cannot launch standoff air-to-ground or anti-radiation missiles, limiting its ground attack capability and suppression of enemy air defense missions. Japan is working on addressing these shortcomings. Soon, the F-2A will have Link 16 capability and helmet-mounted displays. Since 2015, some F-2As have been equipped with JAAQ-2 forward-looking infrared and AN-AAQ-33 sniper targeting pods, allowing compatibility with JDAM guided bombs. Due to the limitations of the Japanese constitution, the F-2 still cannot carry standoff air-to-ground missiles. However, the aircraft's ability to carry 4 anti-ship missiles at once makes it a highly capable anti-surface warfare fighter. Future upgrades will include advanced ASM-3A anti-ship missiles to further enhance the F-2A's capabilities. How Japan draws its inspiration. While the F-2 may bear a resemblance to the F-16, there are notable differences. For instance, its fuselage is half a meter longer than the F-16 Block 40 variant, and its wings are 25% larger. This allows the F-2 to carry more substantial ordnance on its underwing pylons and enhances maneuverability. Mitsubishi redesigned the vertical stabilizer for better flight performance, especially for anti-ship missile operations. The air intake was modified to house a larger nose radome, which contains the locally developed radar, the JAPG-1. This radar gives the F-2 strong anti-ship, ground attack, and interception capabilities, as it is one of the first production combat aircraft to feature an active electronically scanned array AESA radar. The F-2 also uses carbon fiber reinforced composite materials in its wings, horizontal tail fin, rudder, and landing gear doors, enhancing its stealth and durability. The rear fuselage and tail unit are constructed from titanium, while Mitsubishi employed radar-absorbent materials on the aircraft's nose, wing leading edges, and engine intakes. Another unique feature of the F2 is its three-piece cockpit canopy, which offers more protection against bird strikes. This design makes the aircraft well-suited for low-altitude ground and maritime strike missions. The F2 also includes a brake chute. Unlike the U.S. Air Force's F-16s, Japan continues to draw inspiration from U.S. designs and technology, even purchasing some F-35s to use alongside the upcoming Mitsubishi FX Godzilla. Japan is also looking to the future with the development of the next-generation fighter aircraft in cooperation with the UK and Italy. This partnership, announced in a joint statement, combines the efforts of Japanese, British, and Italian defense companies. Together, they aim to stay ahead of potential threats and maintain their respective countries' security by advancing defense technology. Japan's partnership with other world powers. The partnership between Italy, Japan, and the UK marks a significant step toward ensuring the interconnected security of both the Euro-Atlantic and Indo-Pacific regions. This collaborative effort is focused on developing a next-generation engine demonstrator starting in 2024, with the UK investing an initial £30 million in planning, digital design, and innovative manufacturing. An additional £200 million will go towards creating a full-scale demonstrator power system, which will help support skilled jobs at Rolls-Royce's Filton facility in Bristol. Together, these countries aim to create a multi-role sensor system that will enhance future warplanes' intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance capabilities. Japan's collaboration with Rolls-Royce on a propulsion system demonstrator brings significant technological advancements to the new British warplane, Tempest. This aircraft will be capable of producing and storing electrical power generated by gas turbine engines, utilizing a thermal control system to improve performance and reduce the aircraft's heat signature. Japan's involvement in this partnership is a notable development. The collaboration will also focus on developing the Jaguar sensor system, designed to detect threats from air, land, and sea while quickly and accurately locating targets. This joint effort will continue for the next 5 years. UK Defence Secretary Ben Wallace stressed the importance of international collaboration in this ambitious project. By leveraging the technological and industrial strengths of both countries, they aim to explore a broad partnership encompassing next-generation combat air technologies, 3D printing, and advanced radar systems. The Tempest's first flight is anticipated in 2035, with plans to replace the Eurofighter Typhoon in Italy and the UK, as well as the Saab Gripen in Sweden. The manufacturing process will likely incorporate 3D printing, and Leonardo is working on a multi-function radar frequency system for Tempest. This system uses a network of smaller antennas and miniaturized receivers, reimagining radar technology to collect vast amounts of data from the skies and the ground. Like other sixth-generation aircraft, Tempest may use artificial intelligence for autonomous drone operations under the loyal wingman concept. The cockpit will integrate augmented reality technology, making it a highly ambitious and advanced project. Given the potential for high electrical output, the Tempest might also incorporate directed energy weapons and other energy-intensive emerging technologies. Laser weapons have already been tested on naval ships due to their high electrical output, and similar technology may be adapted to aircraft in the future. The project's success relies on speed and international cooperation to stay competitive with China and Russia, who have also been developing their own next-generation fighters. It is not yet clear how this collaboration might impact Japan's Godzilla FX project, but some speculate that the three nations could eventually join forces to create an entirely new aircraft that combines the strengths of their respective fighter jets. Regardless of the long-term plan, the United States supports Japan's security and defense cooperation with like-minded allies and partners. Protecting Japan's southwestern islands and vital trade routes from potential threats, such as those posed by China, is crucial. Maintaining a strong defense posture is imperative to address regional tensions and potential conflicts involving Taiwan and North Korea. Japan's efforts to strengthen its military capabilities are a timely and necessary response to these challenges. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video.